What's up, everybody? Coming to you live on this Friday morning from the Bridgeport's Sport and Science Studios. I had to pull the shade down in the back there. You'd be able to see the lovely Norristown skyline, but there's a little sunshine coming through the window here, so it wouldn't help the quality of the video. The reason that I wanted to make this video this morning is because I've heard a lot of chatter this week surrounding the Eagles, who I'm a fan of, right? And the fact that they haven't played anybody yet and that their schedule's been weak and that's why they're 10-1, right? And there's a lot of commentary on it. So I want to make this video. I'm titling it Scheduling, NFL Scheduling 202. This isn't Scheduling 101. That was freshman year. If you need a refresher, pull those textbooks out. You remember freshman year when you put those 15 pounds on, you went home for the summer, your friends told you, yo, dude, you're fat, you lost the 10. Yeah. So I'm going to reference the NFL scheduling basics slightly, but I'm not going to go back through that. I teach that class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so re-enroll yourself if you need that class. What I'm going to try and do with this video, because I'm using the Eagles as the example since they spurred the conversations, I'm going to try and keep it as fact-based as possible, right? And just to steal a line from Katie Nolan this morning, I'm just not really feeling hot-takey here this morning, so just going to try and keep it facts-based. So let's jump right in. Currently, the Eagles sit with the best record in the NFL at 10-1, right? I'm going to run through their schedule here, and then I'm going to break down for you why it's irrelevant. Also, a colleague of mine who is going to remain nameless, Buha, said, if I'm going to do a video where you guys have to stare at my ugly face, now bearded ugly face, I should do visuals. Here's my visuals, bruh. So let's get into the schedule that the Eagles have played thus far. They have played the Redskins, the Chiefs, that was a loss. The Giants, the Chargers, don't say San Diego. The Cardinals, the Panthers, the Skins again, the 49ers, the Broncos, the Cowboys, and the Bears. The combined record of the Eagles' opponents to date is 48-73. Sounds horrible, right? But if you run that out, that actually runs those teams to a collective 6.5 win, 9.5 loss record. Stop. You can't play half a game, but that half point is important, and I'll explain why. So let's start at the basics of why these teams' records are so bad. They had to play the Eagles. The Eagles are 10-1. If you remove those 10 losses from all those teams' records right now, the combined record of those teams would be 48-63 or 7-9. That extra half game bump above that 6.5 to 9.5. Moreover, let's go down the individual teams and see the difference that would make to their records. Now, last night on Thursday Night Football, the Cowboys beat the Cowboys beat the Redskins, so I'm going to reference that game. They played the Redskins twice, who are now 5-7. Remove the two Eagles losses, they're 5-5. The Cowboys are now 6-5, or 6-6. Remove that Eagles loss, they're 6-5. Also, the Chargers are 5-6. Remove the Eagles loss, they're a half game out of the lead in their division. Cardinals, 5-6. They'd be 500 if they didn't have to lose to the Eagles. That's what happens. You have to play games against better teams sometimes, and they add a loss to your record. That's how the schedule works. Now, to show you how irrelevant that is and how closely knit everything is in the NFL with scheduling, remember back to Scheduling 101. When the NFL, the way they set their schedules up, it's designed to keep teams in that 7-9, 8-8, 9-7 window. If you don't remember why, open that textbook up. They play the Seahawks this week, who are 7-4. If you add that record into the combined opponent record of the Eagles, it would be 55-77, or again, jumping up to that 7-9 plateau. That's where every team's going to live. If you want a further example of that, remember, every team in the NFL plays their teams in their division, 3 other teams, twice. If you run through the 8 divisions right now, there's only 2 where the last place team does not have 3 wins or worse. Those 2 divisions are the NFC South with the Buccaneers at 4-9 and the AFC East with the Jets and Dolphins at both 4-7. So everybody gets to play the worst teams in their division twice. It's just how the schedule works. The Eagles didn't make it. The Patriots didn't make it. None of these teams make the schedule. They just play the games in front of them. That, folks, is why the Eagles' current record of teams that have played against them is irrelevant.